Gillenane still mourns her archdemon. I doubt she'll rest until she has avenged the creature.
Are you okay, Rook? You look like you could use a nap.
How you doing?
Two dragons down at the same time, though. Feels pretty good.
Strength earns mastery. I just want a hot bath and one night to look through my notes.
First Talon of the Crows. I knew Katarina wanted it one day. I thought it would be on her deathbed if I lived to see it.
I hope losing 2 more dragons keeps Gillenane worried and distracted.
Make yourself comfortable. There are cushions.
Our scrying has revealed more malign spirits.
Prepare well. Farewell.
This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not.
I've heard another landscape has been added to your collection.
It grows.
Not alone.
Not too bad. Strike them now!
Those are bones. Has this spirit been scattering someone's corpse around?
It considers this all a game. Let's return the remains to where they belong.
The bones we found just disappeared.
Of course they did.
Let's try this again. That did it. The bones are back where they should be. Everything's calm. Looks like the candles worked.
I see some of my colleagues have begun the renewal of the vows. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
You want to become undead?
Lichdom is no ordinary path to undeath. It's far more than common possession.
Oh, that makes it fine then.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, I can't believe you want to die and stuff a spirit into your body.
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Look, what about flowers? Wouldn't you miss smelling them as a lich?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to?
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
I still don't think you should do it, but why haven't you become a lich yet?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
You could try this and die for good. Your plan keeps getting worse.
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hesenkos avoided?
The spirits of the Necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she be? That's right. There's probably another skeleton in there. For a watcher, Hesenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books. We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor of Volcarin. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Emmerich, this one's all yours. Let's see if we can figure this out.
It's a meditative puzzle on the echoes of our actions.
You know the solution?
It needs to be discovered if it's to have any meaning.
All right.
At once! Straight away!
Let's try this again.
Right away! Certainly. I can assist.
Let's try this again.
About my question earlier, Emmerich. You can't tell how long a body's been dead by how cold it is.
There's too many interfering factors and variables.
So that journal I showed you.
The time of death couldn't be pinpointed based on temperature. No.
Thanks. There's a shadow dragon I want you to meet.
Allow me. Of course. At once. I can assist.
Can you get this, Emmerich?
Glad to assist.
Ah, that opened up something.
There was a possessed dragon.
You have defeated a dragon.
It was a corpse, possessed by the spirit behind that sealed door.
Deepest thanks. It would have ravaged the city without your intervention.
Prepare yourselves. Farewell.
There's that haunting man I mentioned. The Fade.
Dear, it's poor Veilguard.
Dressed like a watcher. Looks like they keep some dirty secrets down here.
That was Ernest Reldevar, a scholar who attempted to delve into the deepest regions of the Fade. What's left of the unfortunate man tends to wander.
I took care of that Fade Explorer.
We are greatly indebted.
He can now rest for a time.
Our collegial allies in the Fade have informed us of several undead banding together.
They have begun to seek blood.
There are whispers from the levels below.
We shall find them. Greetings. Victory to the living.
Questioning spirits. Does it matter how long the corpse has been a corpse?
Time is a factor, but not necessarily a limiting one.
Right. And condition?
Another factor. Are you interested in the theory?
No. The practical.
Who do you have in mind?
There's a case. I've got a lead. I'm not sure yet, but I'll get back to you.
Anytime.
Onward, dweller. Places between.
Got company.
There's a haunting.
Got us from a distance.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Weird. We finished off a whole group of skeletons.
Interesting that they banded together.
It availed them not.
We understand you have reunited the remains of one of the deceased.
A wisp was scattering some bones.
It is their nature to indulge.
As in most cases, they can be taught.
Arm yourselves. Victory